Greetings, West Sacramento. Welcome to West Sac Best Eats, where we dine on all the fabulous food West Sacramento restaurants have to offer. Heard exclusively here on KYWS LP 92.9 FM on your radio dial. I'm your host, Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hi.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me in our bedroom for our little program here. Okay. So we ate at a Mexican restaurant in West Sacramento called Cocina, Dona, Chuyita, or as I like to pronounce it, Chuyita for short, but I have like 16 A's at the end of Chuyita. So how much time am I really saving? And time is the one resource that we can't get more of, honey. We can't renew. Cocina means kitchen in Spanish. Dona, Chuyita, I assume it's the name of someone. Dona has the tilde over the N. It's located at 1035 Drever Street, Suite C, West. But it's closest to the closest corner, well-known streets. It's right next to Jefferson and 15th. We went at Saturday, 8:15 a.m. yesterday. First off, parking, there's very little of it. They have their own lot, but there's 5 spots in there, 6, so it can get a little tight, it can get a little dicey. If there's room, park there, but don't try to squeeze in there. Or if you don't see a spot, just park on the street. There's street parking, and get a few 100 steps. Work off that breakfast burrito you're about to nosh down. But yeah, and also there was no outside seating when we went. So during the pandemic or the height, they did the outside seating thing, and they had tables and chairs, and we ate out there a few times. But the thing is that it's on Jefferson Boulevard, so there's cars that come screaming by at 40 miles per hour, and you're right on the sidewalk. So there's not much. It's a little scary. There's not much. It's not a calm, serene environment. But yesterday they didn't have any outside seating for whatever reason. Maybe we got there. They opened at 8. We were there at 8:15 ish. But there was no outside seating yesterday. So we ate inside. It was slow. Like I said, it was early. There was one other couple there. Also one other family after we got in. The ambiance, honey, how would you describe the ambiance?
Very colorful.
there are colors.
The walls are like orange and yellow.
Yeah.
There's some fun decor.
Yeah.
Like pictures and hats hanging on the walls.
Kitschy, sombreros, but overall it's not fancy, and I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Like it's not Zocalo or Ella dining room or Firehouse, and I think it reflects in the price too, because their stuff is it's affordable, a lot cheaper than super fancy dining room in downtown Sacramento. They had a sign on the door that said we're making margaritas inside, so, and that wasn't happening, but again, it was early. I wonder if they have like the table and like the margarita bar, like a swim up bar, like at a fancy hotel in Las Vegas.
I wonder if at 8:15 a.m. they would have given you a margarita if you asked for one.
Yeah, that's when the bar says, it's a little too early, Vince. Maybe turn around, go home, and go to church. A young man, an employee, was quick to help me or us, and we wanted the same thing. It was breakfast time, and we wanted chorizo breakfast burrito, no potatoes, no cheese, and that's like my standard order, and that's what you wanted. So we got the exact same thing. Us ordering the same food, honey. What's next? Us wearing the same T-shirt?
I hope so.
Well, we have 2 pairs of T-shirts, right?
We do have a couple of matching shirts.
Yeah. One of them says single AF, which we wore together out day involved some drinking a day on the town. But we were together but we were single AF. It was very ironic, honey.
We were being silly.
We were being goofy. We were being wacky. And then the other T-shirt we have is it says "You and Me Forever," PHO hyphen ever. And pho, for people who don't know, is a Vietnamese soup. What's the picture?
It's like a cartoon picture of a bowl of pho.
Right.
Super cute.
Yeah, and we haven't worn that out yet.
We've worn it separately, but
Yeah.
we've yet to wear it together at the same time someplace.
Yeah, we're planning on doing a karaoke at the Lighthouse on West Capitol, at West Sacramento Institution, and we want to wear those silly, cheesy shirts. That's the plan.
That's the dream.
I know, but then Friday and Saturday night come, and we're tired, and we have food at home, and we have a clean bathroom, and bars just they don't call to me or us anymore. Mm. Would you agree?
Yes, I would, sadly.
Yeah. Do you miss it?
I do. I miss the idea of being young enough for it to appeal to me.
Yeah.
The fact that it doesn't appeal to me to go out to a bar and late night karaoke, it makes me question, am I getting old? Am I getting boring?
Yeah. The answer is yes to both of those. So our order was 2 chorizo breakfast burritos, no potatoes, no cheese, to cut carbs and calories. We were on track for some reason yesterday morning. We didn't stay on track, but you go in, you start your day with the best intentions, honey. One thing to note is that the price went up. It was about $8 per burrito, and it used to be $6 per burrito. So our 2 burritos was $17 and change. So I can only blame this on the labor shortage and the supply chain and Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian getting married. That's my reasoning that the prices have gone up in food. Their salsa bar is open. So during the pandemic, their salsa bar has not been open. But yesterday it was open. And they have what we refer to as the white sauce. It's sour cream, jalapenos, and carrots. But we don't know the portions or the measuring.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of other secret spices in there.
Yeah. Some Mexican oregano. But when we see it, we make a beeline to it because it makes everything taste so flipping good.
Yes. Try the white sauce.
Yeah. The white sauce, the nectar. So we tag teamed. I was at the counter placing the order, handling that end of the house, and you were in the back. You were at the salsa bar because you started doling out those little plastic cups.
Right.
And you were doing the math, like how many are we going to eat here? How many should we take home? And we had about 10 cups.
Yes, about 10 cups
of the nectar. And then we had a couple there, but at the end of our meal, you wrapped about 8 of them up in a napkin, right? Or
yes.
A couple napkins.
Yes.
And we walked out the door, and you looked like a bank robber in a cartoon, fleeing the scene with a bag with a big dollar sign on that bag. That's what you reminded me of yesterday.
All my sauces I was getting away with.
Yeah, it was a good time. The food came out quickly in a couple minutes. We dined inside, like I said. The tables and chairs, they reminded me of my church in 1985.
It totally has a church vibe.
Yeah.
Like a church banquet.
Yeah.
Potluck.
Yeah. Just very basic, low end, but I'm not besmirching that. I'm not speaking pejoratively of it. It is what it is, and it's completely fine. And we were in our element, and we do not care. We do not mind. They gave us, so the only, and there's silverware that you can grab, but they give each of our burritos on a plate with a knife. And you came up with why they gave us a knife.
I used my knife to cut my burrito in half.
Yeah.
And then I did the action shot where you take both halves and you open it and reveal the beautiful inside with the chorizo and the steam comes out.
Yeah. which is that's what food TV is now, or that's what cooking videos are now on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. You got to break, and sandwiches are the same thing. You pull it apart and here's the reveal. Here's that tomato and avocado that I put on this sandwich. Here it is. Here's proof. And we almost did like a stupid boomerang or whatever for Instagram, but I was like, no.
I wanted you to.
I know, but I was. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. What's next? Us cheering a couple beers and boomerang. Actually, we've done that.
We've done that many times.
We've done that more than a few times, more than we're proud of. One note is that they have shirts, they have merch, like all the famous YouTubers, honey. They got that swag, and for Christmas you got me one of their T-shirts. Well, actually, you got me two of their T-shirts. So, we'll tell the tale, my darling. Yeah.
They have two different versions of T-shirts
right.
in their location.
Yeah.
And for Christmas, I got you one.
Yeah.
And on Christmas Day, you opened it up.
Yeah.
And you said, "Oh, yay!" But then you told me I really wanted the other T-shirt.
Yeah.
So I went back a couple days later and I bought you their second shirt that they offer. So now you own both.
Yeah. Well, so before that, I'd always be like, because their employees are wearing the merch, and I would say, whenever we went, I'd say, "Oh, I want a T-shirt. Those T-shirts are cool. I wonder if we can get a T-shirt. I want a T-shirt." And then for Christmas, you got one, but they were both free, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if it was a Christmas promotion or.
I don't think so. I think barely anyone asks, and then they probably no one asks. So when someone actually did, they don't have it on the little inventory to punch into the cash register.
Or maybe it's free with food, because I did buy like a taco each time I went.
Buy a taco, get a $20 T-shirt. But okay, so what happened was the first T-shirt you got me, it's got the Cocina, Dona, Chuyita logo on there, but then on the back it says Mexico is the S word. And so I was like, well, honey, I don't want to wear this profanity around town. So you went back and you asked for the other T-shirt, and they gave it to you. I still wear the Mexico is the curse around the house, although I did wear it to grocery outlet.
You did
this morning,
and you got some compliments on it.
Yeah, grocery outlet on Harbor Boulevard, and the three lady employees were like, "Oh, look at this shirt! It's funny, it's funny." And I said, "Before you read it, I just want to make sure you all are 18." And they were like, "Oh, we were way past 18." And then we started talking about being 18 with them for a minute. It was a very odd encounter, but they were having a grand old time. They were super fun. And one other note. So that's all we got with the two burritos, and we got water. And they give us the water in a real cup, like a dark red, regular size cup that says Coca-Cola on it, and it was really cool. Like it made me feel like we were at Pizza Hut in 1988 or something.
Yeah.
And I hate the places that give you like a little chintzy plastic gray cup when you ask for water. I
hate the little styrofoam cups.
Yeah.
There's something in it. It hurts my teeth somehow when I drink water out of the styrofoam cups.
Yeah. And you feel you feel like less of a person.
Everyone's looking at you.
Yeah.
They got the free water cup.
Yeah. And they're holding it over you like we can pay $3 for a Coca-Cola, and you feel inferior. Less than. You feel less than. Okay, so let's get... Oh, actually, one of the girl employees was wearing one of the T-shirts I have. And I thought, oh, well, I want to wear a T-shirt. I want to wear the Cocina, Dona, Chuyita T-shirt to the Cocina, Dona, Chuyita restaurant and match with the employees and be like, twinning, we're twins, twinsies. But then I thought, well, that'd be like when you wear an Abercrombie & Fitch T-shirt that says Abercrombie across the chest, and then you go into Abercrombie & Fitch at the mall. Dude, the employees they're just like, oh, this guy is lame. Okay, so let's get to the food, which is why we're all here, honey. Your chorizo breakfast burrito, no potatoes, no cheese. Thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections, my love?
My very first impression was I noticed that it was pretty big and thick.
Yeah.
Because the way that we get it without cheese and potatoes, often at a restaurant, it will be very tiny.
Yeah.
Because they don't make up the volume.
Right.
And that's always disappointing. So I was really happy to see that it was nice and thick and full.
Yeah.
And I'd be getting a good amount of food.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
It's always satisfying. I love getting a chorizo burrito.
Yeah.
It was not. Sometimes when you get chorizo, it's very juicy and like a lot of like orange nectar from the sausage.
The white nectar, the orange nectar, the nectar all around. Yeah.
These weren't very wet and juicy.
Right.
They were a little bit more on the dry side.
Yeah.
But I found that I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was still good quality.
And often when we go to Chuyita, the chorizo is more juicy. So I don't think this was normal for their chorizo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I made it moist by pouring the white sauce on it.
The white sauce makes everything better. As Guy Fieri says, you put that stuff on a flip flop and I'll eat it. So first off, the tortilla, and I don't know much about making tortillas, but I would say it's freshly made.
Oh yeah, the tortilla was it didn't taste like from a package. It tasted fresh.
Yeah, and they grill it because it has some burn marks. Not a lot, but you could tell they just threw it on there for a couple seconds just to make it soft or whatever. So tortilla was good. Chorizo, like you said, it's a cut above. I don't know where all these other taquerias are getting their chorizo, like from some low rent chorizo dealer or something. like are they getting the generic chorizo instead of the brand name chorizo? I don't know, but most chorizo is so bad. It's so just subpar. But whoever they get their chorizo from, he's got the good stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
I'll meet you in the back alley. I'll get you the good chorizo for a good price, man. Yeah, they're chorizo. You can use it interchangeably. Is a cut above, but you pour some of that white nectar onto the burrito, and it's like heaven. It's so flippin' good.
Your soul leaves your body for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And you're looking down on yourself from above at the table eating your burrito.
Yeah. It was like watching Top Gun 2 yesterday when Tom Cruise went into space at Mach 10, people. Okay. But it's just out of this world. It's nothing better. And even at the $8 price point for a burrito, because there's some places breakfast burritos over $10, 12, 13, and it's essentially the same product. It is the same product, so it's still pretty cheap. And whenever we can eat for under $20, I think that's always a good deal. So big thumbs up for Cocina, Dona, Chuyita, my love.
Absolutely. Still my favorite Mexican food in West Sacramento.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, well there you have it, my fellow West Saxons. Huge thumbs up for Cocina, Dona, Chuyita, and I hope you get a chance to enjoy it like we did. Sending you all love and light. Thank you for listening to West Sac Best Eats, where we dine on all the fabulous food West Sacramento restaurants have to offer. Heard exclusively here on KYWSLP 92.9 FM on your radio dial. Hashtag West Sac Best Sac. Bye-bye.